Liverpool are gonna get the green light for Alexander Isak. Woof. So that saga has been going on for a while because Newcastle now have signed the replacement for Alexander Isak. We'll tell you all about it. And what happens now and how much money will Liverpool pay for Alexander Isak? Ben Jacob tweeted, of course. Fabrizio Romano have tweeted. But before we go on, this is Footy Judge Mo. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell to know when we go live. And also hit that like button underneath the video. So you can help us, please. Go to the next viewer and actually make the channel bigger. We're on the way to 50,000, of course, subscribers. But it's a here we go for Newcastle, for Nick Woltemade to Newcastle. It's a here we go. As Fabrizio Romano have said, the deal has been agreed. The fee is about 90 million euros plus. Number one, no one can tell me that now this is going to play with Isak. This is a direct replacement for Alexander Isak as it is reported. The medical have been absolutely booked. Now the green light is going to be there. This guy, he is okay. He's not the worst striker. He's good, but he's not similar to, he's not Alexander Isak. But Newcastle have been looking for a striker all summer. Newcastle have failed massively to land a striker to be the backup for Isak. You know my opinion about what Isak did. You know my opinion about the bids. And you know my opinion about how Newcastle approaches. But Newcastle have been very incompetent in this market to get a backup striker or to get a striker to get a replacement for Alexander Isak. But now this is a guy across the door. He's now a Newcastle player as it is reported. What does that mean for Alexander Isak? That is what Ben Jacobs have tweeted. Newcastle now view this guy, Woltemade, as Alexander Isak replacement. He's not a backup striker. They're still targeting Wissa. They're still targeting someone to be a backup striker to replace Wilson. So the guy is clearly now the replacement for Isak. Now, I'm 100% sure that Alexander Isak will be a Liverpool player. How much is the deal? As Ben Jacobs have said, that they view him as a backup. They could now move for Wissa as he's seen that Callum Wilson replacement. Liverpool now are preparing the bid. What is reported is that Liverpool are not prepared to actually bid 150 million. They're not even close to that. Maybe they bid 120. You let me know. I want your answer. How much, before this video, before actually Alexander Isak is being reported, the fee and the bid and all stuff, how much do you think Liverpool will get Isak for? And also, what does that do to Liverpool attack? Are they now the best in the league if they get Isak? It is reported that they're going to get Isak as right here. In my opinion, and I'm going to state this, Alexander Isak joining Liverpool makes their attack the best in the league. Ekitike has been amazing since he joined Liverpool. I've watched him in all the games that Liverpool played. The guy is great, amazing. Is he Alexander Isak? Probably not. He's not the same level. Alexander Isak has the Premier League experience, has everything at his disposal to be probably the best striker in the league now. Playing with the likes of Salah, playing with the likes of Gakpo, playing with the likes of McAllister. I want to say Wirtz, but Wirtz hasn't shown me yet that he can hack it in the Premier League. We'll have to wait a little bit. But Alexander Isak, I want you guys to tell me, how many goals do you think Alexander Isak will score? In my opinion, 25 to 30 goals in the Prem only. If he is injury-free during the season, and Liverpool, of course, can rest him in the games, Liverpool in the Champions League and in the Cup games can play Ekitike, can play other forwards as well. I believe that he's going to get 25 to 30 goals in the Premier League. Where does that leave Liverpool? That's what I want to know. I know there's a lot of talks about the defense and Mark Gay and all the players that Liverpool are trying to stack together because their defense has not been stronger. But if you get Isak, I think teams will respect Liverpool more. Teams will see even way more back against Liverpool. Alexander Isak, Mohamed Salah. Gakpo has played okay, but I would start Ekitike on the left. If it was me, I want to know what you guys think, because I think it's kind of unfair to say that Ekitike will be on the bench, especially after the performances he has shown Liverpool in the first 2 games in the Premier League. Even against Crystal Palace, he was absolutely fantastic against Crystal Palace. The guy has all the talent in the world to actually be a top striker in the Premier League. But unfortunately for him, Alexander Isak is coming through the window. Where does that leave the rest of the team? Where does that leave Arsenal that signed Eze? Where does that leave Man City who have Haaland? I believe that Liverpool now will be much, much favorites against the rest of the league. I believe that Liverpool now can go and now recruit Guehi, and now they have the backup in every single position. If they get Guehi, their defensive structure is good, their defensive depth is good. Their attack currently with 4 players. If they add Isak, they have 5 players, including Chiesa. I'm not sure if Chiesa is going to be great. Chiesa hasn't played enough last season. The Italian, the Spaghetti Mafia, as Liverpool fans call him. But having Alexander Isak and Ekitike as options as 2 strikers, no one can come close to this in the league. No one has that depth. No one has that strength. No one has these options up top. Because we know Ekitike can play on the right side if Salah goes to AFCON. Isak as well can play on the sides. Can Arne Slot move to a system which sees Isak and Ekitike play together? I think that will be a little bit of a struggle because of Wirtz, McAllister, and Gravenberch, because in the first 2 games, Liverpool looked a little bit open in that midfield, but we know that McAllister and Gravenberch both didn't play together, so I'm waiting to see that midfield, along with Wirtz, who's there. We cannot forget about Szoboszlai, who had very good second game, of course, against Newcastle. He was immense, he was amazing, but Alexander Isak is not only a forward, and I'm just going to stress on this. I said many times that I think Alexander Isak is the best forward in the league, the best striker in the league. The reason why I'm saying this, because Alexander Isak is not only a number 9. He's someone that can create for himself. He is someone that can score goals. He's someone that can create for his teammates, as we have seen it over the years at Newcastle. He can play the box striker as a number 9 because he's a poacher as well. He can shoot from outside. He can play on the sides. I believe he's currently in the league, there is no complete striker. But the one that is closer, the closest one to be a complete striker, is Alexander Isak. And a lot of people have said, Mo, you didn't want him to go to Liverpool. It's not that. I think just Liverpool will be too strong for everyone. They will be too strong for everyone. And I touched on the fee, and I touched on what Newcastle wanted, the 150 million and all the stuff. And if Liverpool get him for less, good for them. And Newcastle basically, and I said it, Newcastle have been slapped. If Newcastle are forced to sell Alexander Isak for less than 140 at least, they got slapped around, especially because he hasn't actually put in a transfer request yet. But there is one key factor here. If he gonna go to Liverpool and he's gonna start with Salah and Gakpo, who can stop that attack in the league? I believe nobody. And I believe that attack with Ekitike, along with on paper Wirtz, might be the strongest in Europe. You tell me Paris Saint-Germain don't have a striker to play. Now Liverpool have all the options in the world to play different systems, to play different formations, to play different combinations up top. They can play 2 up top. They can play with wingers because Gakpo and Salah are there. Liverpool are actually having, if they get Guehi and Isak, they're having, in my opinion, the best ever transfer window to happen in the Premier League. I know it cost a lot of money, but who cares? Because they didn't spend money last summer. So they have the leeway. They have the right to spend that much money. Man City have spent a lot of money over the last 3 windows, 2 windows, this summer and last summer as well. Arsenal have spent a lot of money. So Liverpool have the right. I'm never going to banter Liverpool for the money that spent because they won the league without signing anyone last season. So they have the right to do. But Ben Jacobs have said the 150 is not going to be close to that. It's going to be way less than this. You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you are still here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys, of course, soon. Turn on the notification bell. And thank you for watching. We're out of here, people.